So we rented a do-it-yourself SnoBear through Icebound Excursions, and this baby comes decked out. All you really have to bring is a rod and some baits. It comes with a StrikeMaster Lithium 40 volt, big 10-inch auger to fit those greenbacks through. He's got hummingbirds mounted all over the place. I mean, I'm talking everything you can think of. So if you're coming up here, Lake Winnipeg is famous for its rattlebait eating walleyes.
Say cheese.
Now I can't show all the secrets, but here's a few of my go-tos that, I mean, over the last 8 years of coming up here, they're just tried and true and always put fish topside. My #1 favorite is a LiveTarget Golden Shiner. And there's something special about the rattles and the way that the tail of that bait kicks. It's similar to the jackal in that you can rock it in place, and it's really good for calling fish in, obviously because the rattles, but when they come in close to seal the deal and you back way off, and you just rock that bait, so you're rolling the tip of your rod, not putting any slack in the line, the back of that bait kicks almost in place and you get just a little subtle rattle, and that's when they're gonna thump it. It's not usually on the big rip, so call them in and then seal the deal. Another one of my go-tos when fish are a little more aggressive is when I like the Rapala Rippin wraps. A #6 or even a #7, which is massive and looks outrageous when you're fishing on the ice for walleyes when they're really feeding. But that's got a little different action. It's not as much of a rock in place as it is more of a little 2-3 inch hops, and I almost hop it in place. So big rips to call those fish in, and with the Rippin wrap, slow it down and hop that bait for them to seal the deal. Now when it comes to the big Rippin wraps, the jackals, the Yozuris, the LiveTarget Golden Shiners, whatever your go-to rattle bait is, your confidence booster, for me, whites, pinks, purples are just always money out here. I really like mono. I feel like I lose less fish, and then I stiffen up my leader. So I use about a 10-pound main line typically. For my leader, I don't want anything smaller than 12, and there's a couple reasons for that. That stiffer fluorocarbon leader is gonna make that bait foul less, meaning that leader isn't gonna be like hair and get snagged around that back hook when that rattle bait is kicking. So it does a good job of keeping that bait from following, and also it gives you a little bit of an anchor point for getting those fish turned up the hole. You have a little bit more beef for landing those fish at the edge of the ice, and you don't have to worry about that 8-pound going patink. So as you can see here, bright colors, flashy, gaudy. But then in my go-to, my one box that I would bring here, you also got to have some of the fluttery, buttery stuff if the fish get fussy. So many people are using rattlebaits out here, and obviously they work. But if the bite gets tough, and everywhere you look, guys are going brr, 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 and sometimes you can see those fish bugger off on the flasher. If you bust out the flutter spoons or the rattle spoons even, you're gonna catch way more fish. It's just a matter of reading the mood of the fish, but this morning they're eating the rattlebait.